and I'm a cultural facilitator. I feel so proud to say I'm a member of World Seed, a non-profit organization that's doing some amazing things in New Jersey. It's a pleasure to be here today to celebrate diversity and poetry at Words around the world in the great city of Paterson. Words Around the World is a part of World Seed and Paterson Poetry Month lineup, which features a variety of poetry programming throughout October, and it's celebrating the power of words and fostering community engagement. Poetry is so powerful, it's clear that even during the government shutdown cannot stop us from doing what we love the most. Standing before you today means a lot to me, and I would like to say thank you to all my families and friends from BPF, team, and World Seed Incorporation for giving me the honor to host this great event for a second time, also to be one of the poets featuring in your program. Today we are all together at the Paterson Museum to celebrate the words, to celebrate poetry, to celebrate tolerance, to celebrate true democracy, to celebrate acceptance. This program should remind everyone here in this room and everyone who will be lucky to watch this video on the internet. We were born to live together with respect for one another. The South African reggae musician, lucky to be sings different colors, one people. And this morning, I would like to say loudly, different languages, one people. World Seed Incorporation is a non-profit organization that uses the power of words to inspire and empower people. The organization offers a variety of programs and services, including writing workshops, poetry slams, and public readings. World Seed is committed to creating a space where everyone can feel safe to express themselves through the reading world. The power of words that we are doing today, words have the power to change the world. They can inspire, motivate, and educate. They can also heal and comfort. The power of words, summerly, is a celebration that we use also with our youth people. So this morning, we don't really know the best way to welcome you to our Words Around the World for this year, 2025. Once again, welcome in your house. Put your hands together for yourself, please. And the first person who's going to bless the microphone for us this morning, a lot of you are going to have to forgive me this morning because with my Asian Creole background, with my French background, I might mess up your name a little bit, but bear with me, help me understand it very well. My sister, we're going to call my sister, Amira Shabazz. She's the founder and facilitator of Why Not Women Speak. Can you put your hands together for her, please? And she has a nice anthology baby. You can purchase it online. You can contact her also by Whisper Shot. Put your hands together once again for our sister, our friends, Amira.
We're in this section for the Paterson Poetry Festival. My background is I'm an American of Caribbean descent, and even beyond the Caribbean, a part of the African diaspora, my family comes from those people that were taken from Guinea-Bissau, which is lower Senegal on the west coast of Africa. So the poetry today, I'm going to talk about my returning to West Africa and what I felt as an African American, not always knowing my place here, or feeling what we call the orphan syndrome, because we didn't really know. Our history was taken from us. And then if I don't run out of time to have my timer here, I'm going to venture into today's news, which is the peace treaty in Palestine, because I am a part of the Muslim community as well, the Islamic community. Cornrows, 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 Ethiopia, or Didi, Shuku, Yoruba, it knows its home. Debe drum, soupy dance, boot tapping, foot stepping from Soweto's belly. Aye, Zulu, 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 Dembe has a body hard as wood, deep in tone, void of the burn of the sun. It beats in hearts, even when they beat apart. Follow the melody, follow the melody, follow the melody. It will lead you home. Bongo, Congo, ebony keys slide perfectly next to ivory, gumbo, jumbo, jazz, jive, juke. I like the sound of your voice. Your voice is a magic thing. Sun and rain and poetry flooding in my memory. But all I can remember is how you got over that big river with amazing grace and cured your blues with natural rhythms. I like the sound of your voice, your name. I think of revolution and blues and the many hues of us. I like the sound of your voice. I hear the melodies of flutes and harps. I'm obsessed with your sound, your vibrations. I like the sound of your heart. I hear the thump of drums and hymns and hymn hums and heels of foot stomps. I like the sound of your breathing, chest up, full with life and elation and life and living and hope and dreams. And I like the sound of you, my people. I like the sound. Mother, have you missed me? Have you hugged your womb and grieved me? How does a mother recover when her children go missing into the night and the clank of chains rattle, the beat of hearts, losses to death and the unknown? 3.5 million golden crowns of glory gone into the mist. Tell me how. I have the blood, the umbilical cord was ripped and eaten, still staining my wisdom teeth with honor and knowledge of self-belonging, while the cells of my grandmother rest in my uterus walls, scraped off in ways that can be brought back to us in a two-way connection, direction into the future, from the ascension from my grandmother's to my granddaughters, my daughters, the ascension. We carry the cells into the future, germinating in population through wind. See, they can't really kill us. They can't. We were planted into grounds before time. Even if the soil be dry, it is never barren. All our souls met and kissed the Creator's knowledge, knowing ourselves and others before flesh housed us. How dare they think we would not recognize home? Long for it, grieve for it even. This orphan tongue lies flat from excavation. It's missing the shape to speak its true language, unaccepted from the hate that was given. But my cells and my skin and my womb and my very soul bears witness. Connect our DNA, connected. I am your daughter, Barren, Naja, Barren. Kiki is easy to remember. I am filled with the longing for home. I am obsessed with finding you, hugging your greens and your whites with my nostrils, giving the scent back to my olfactory nodules, blazing in the roof of my nasal cavity for 400 years, following the scent of, the smell of you, my people. I have found home. I want to gatorade rubbed against the earth to grab the scent and the feel of being warm, tattered from this shore to that. Wrap me in a lapa with no stitch. It will cling to my hips as it remembers me, the glue, the us together again. Give me my name back. I am a mirror, bent, Fatima, bent, Mariam, bent, daughter of the earth, stitched to my garment hand that here with the cells of the wombs which bore us inside each other, right here, right here, right here on this floor. Call me on Nigel, Ayaba, Alida, who has returned. Man, Shura, my given name from the milk of the house of people. See my scars, I'm orphaned, no more. Mother, welcome me. Family, welcome me. I missed you. I'm finally home. Home. And for my second piece, I'm going to go directly to what's current and the peace treaty. These poems were all written before the treaty, and I'm not so certain that or how long it will last. So I have a question. I want to know, does the sun shine in Palestine? I want to know, after you teach the children to count by pointing to the stacks of body bags, face down in grenade crumbled ruins, does the sun shine there? Growing maybe roses, can a thorn grow through the cracks in the crumbled concrete? What for years are still tears? Can shadows move with the descent of the sun? Reflections waiting for moves. Can you teach the children to tell time?
Oblivious and young love, blissfully pleased by the hand of fate. Tentative knuckles resting lightly on my thigh, as if in Hester's lifeline I could divine our future together. As if I were the Jersey Devil in disguise. Home.
Give it up one more time for Mr. Bob. Just before I call the next poet, we have our queen here with us.
Salad covered in paprika dust, filled with metal bowl. There was fresh fruit for later, peaches dripping down our chins, and one icy green glass Heineken at the end of the day for her. The sun going down, the sand castles built, empires of the day drawn out to sea and fallen, our books and bodies coated in sand, our towels forever damp, the ocean quiet and warm. She'd pack us up for the back seat. It would be just me and her, as it had been at the beginning. I'd peel back the black lid of her black coffee and hand it to her. I'd love her despite everything. The deep satisfaction would settle over us. We drove back there after she died. A box of ash closed on my lap, my hand over the lid, a child's yellow bucket at the ready, and I waded in and set her free. I'm going to read you one more. That's it. I'm done. I'm not going to read one more, right? I'm off of time? Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Before I call the next word to bless our mic here, and I'm sure you are thinking like Poetry Month is a month full of poetry events. That is great. Where do I learn more? You can visit Paterson Poetry Festival-Words to find the calendar of events. You can also follow Word Seed on Instagram or on Facebook. You can watch our event on YouTube. and get update of all the events we have during this month. Events are currently all month in various locations, including writers workshop that can help you become a better writer. Check out our website for details. I'm sure you are also thinking, World Seed is doing great things. How can I help? Well, being here today is a great thing. It's the best first step you can do. Another way you can help World Seed is you donate to our initiative. You can do this by visiting the website, again, that is Paterson Poetry Festival, or you can scan the QR code that we have at the entry, and you can help us to do better in this community. Our next word for this morning, also, there's something I would like you to learn. Some people are too quiet, sitting, just looking at me. When I say PPF, can you just say Paterson Poetry Festival? PPF?
Paterson Poetry Festival.
I think you can do better. PPF?
Paterson Poetry Festival.
Good job. You are some amazing students. But there's another second line I would like you to learn. When I say October is, you're going to say Paterson Poetry. October is
Paterson Poetry Month.
good job. And the next word we're going to call is Hugo dos Santos. He's a translator reading his own work today. We'd like you to put your hands together for our brother Hugo dos Santos.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to the organizers. I'm thrilled to be here. Can't read with the glasses, but I need them to see your faces. So, my new book, Reduction in Force, will be published this coming year. It is a Greek tragedy told in verse about masculinity and identity, particularly work identity. The kind of work that so often asks for pieces of us. And so this is the opening poem in that book. It's titled Separation Dream. Had a dream I was Bartleby, and when the call finally came, I was ready at my desk. Now it is morning, and the dream half resolved, and the coffee consumed. All 3 kids dropped off, and I sit ready for the erasure to come. Anticipation is a kind of sentence. I am 2 cupped hands predicting your freight. The far side of my thoughts running, thoughts like a wild thing, waiting, desperate, hopeless, thoughts that whisper, I prefer not to. Any second now, once the call finally begins, maybe I can say simply, I am a rather employed man. I practice this response into the black mirror of my second monitor. When the moment comes, when they let me go, today will be the last day, though the calendar still schedules weeks of pretending. For now, I wait in the video call lobby, for I am certain it's coming. Hold, it will not be long now. In just a few minutes, I will be Bartleby, denied and denying even a thin and hollow kind of humanity. Thank you. This next one is about the related manuscript. It's titled, We Regret to Inform You. Even as children, we learn that nothing in the universe is faster than light. We contemplate its speed with a tiny understanding of our own movement, direction, destination. The light moves toward all things with no concern for where it will arrive, when. And so the darkness recedes, change, new boundaries emerge, redefine, thin lines beyond the reach of the tip of the pencil with which I write this line. As I look up from this table, through the various windows around me in this library, where I submit application after application, after once I add a cover letter to this one, yet another application, far out back, can you see it? Where the lawn lets out the forest in a stubborn, crowded cluster. Various types of pine trees display the persistent, and unconventional efforts of millions of evergreen needles reaching beyond anything they've known before to arrive so far come, so long traveled, so certainly arrive. I hit send dozens of times each day, submitting with each attempt the kind of prayer that extends out into the universe of available jobs, much in the way the light continues toward. Sometimes the rejections are so absolute that I close the laptop, and now 5 minutes later, standing in the kitchen or the deck, my phone reveals some kind of generic version of the same message. I grant the light its mastery, its certainty, that when it comes to efficiency, not even it could compete with the cold, prompt delivery of an automated rejection email. There are places where light doesn't reach. Thank you. A short one just to close this out. This one's titled Undoing. Despite the brief streaks of self-belief, a stubborn defeat pervades. Absent a job, absent a title, I want to declare a great undoing has taken place. And I don't know where to search for the bricks that once made up the house of what I used to be. My children sense what I have not told them. They do their best to soothe me. Before the morning coffee brewed, 2 little birds circle laughter from the kitchen to the living room. The older one observes from the couch, then approaches to grant me a silent hug. How do I teach them about the ways I started out to avoid? Which of my myths can I plant along the growing paths? Using a pencil, I draw a faint line between accountability and control. On one side and the other, I catalog everything I can remember to include. The lists are important things. Completed, they are longer than I expected. My birds play joyfully in the next room while I press on despite the distraction. Where was I while my undoing was happening? And who can help me understand what it is that I cause and what it is that I suffer? Thank you.
Thank you, Hugo. The next poet I'm going to call, I don't really cannot find the right words to describe this beautiful young lady. She's a young girl I can talk to my daughter to look at as an example, as a role model. She's a small dog lover. She's a proud Puerto Rican young lady. At Word Seed, she's our Word Seed Youth Ambassador. When I see her, I see fire. When I see her, I see life. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Isabel Cruz.
I just love Word Seed. I love being here with everyone, but my timer is going. I'm scared of that. Love poem for the Puerto Rican. This is a Puerto Rican love poem, full of cariño and vapor rub and too loud whispering. The Puerto Rican love poem is full of baicha or chinola or maracuja, whatever you want to call it, a cut-fruit love language learned from brusque ladies who say ay comida instead of the acrid apologies that unholy stick in their throat. Belly full of unlearning, quieting the underside rumbling, the Puerto Rican love poem breaks generational curses, gives second chances, says, I'm sorry, says, I love you, says, we'll work through this. The Puerto Rican love poem is salsa dancing on one instead of two, soldiering on like a little young lord against an unbeatable foe. The Puerto Rican love poem loves hard. Hard, like machete blade eviscerating coconut meat.
Yes. Right.
So I'm sure you guys have all heard about the Bad Bunny Super Bowl match.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kick it back to a poem I This is speaking in English for them. Survival will come from the cracks in the syntax, fissures forming through the record scratch Spanglish, like they don't like our asses anyways, like watch them caption that shit speaking in non-English, todos quieren ser caribeños. Damn, bro. Latino y Latino, todos quieren ser caribeños, so we drop that D from the past participle, cuidado. Because I like my Spanish with a stutter in it, off filter like a salsa cow, bell, hell, la lengua he sido probado, y lo elegible is a cover because I can't suffer through transcription. Man, listen. Sometimes it's hard to feel like appreciation ain't a fiction, it's an affliction devouring up our island. I want you, gringo, to walk a mile and see how it feels on our shores. And La Finca, not a 5-star resort, come experience what we experience, know what we know, fuck the tax break, see how far your dollar goes. And oh my god, I go so quickly. Holy shit, I still have 4 minutes left. This next poem is for Fima Abrego Garcia, who they're still trying to deport to Uganda and a million other places where, he belongs here with his family. So this is Desaparecidos. Sometimes I wake up kicking and screaming like they are dragging me out onto the street. My soul slamming against the cage that is my body, the cold metal pressed to the back of my soul like deer eye catching arrows. Do not let them fashion an animal from my bones, costume of my sins. When they recount my talons dug into concrete, remind them of my fingernails, so clean and pink and so like you. Do not make a songbird of me, or fox, my songs do not howl, are not some wild mystery. Tell them I did not slink breathing sibilant hums. No, they cannot shackle the summer prissy any more than I can feel the heart rising home. And with my last poem, this is one that, if you guys know idealist.org, like the nonprofit job search site, they asked me to write a poem that was like for Idealist Day. And I was like, oh, good luck, Charlie. I don't know how to do that, so this is as close as I got. What will you do when the war is over? 1, there is no revenge after the war, no wild hot retribution. There are only families lying on their mothers' graves. Small hands sifting picture books from the rubble to rebuild worship brick by brick. There are teenagers in the ocean for the very first time, and embraces people long thought dead, and starvation is just a star-etched memory buried like mortars beneath the satiated child's smile. 2, the best revenge will be children.